Was trying to find my. Hey y'all, I'm live. I'm live. I didn't get a chance to click the link though, to share the link in case somebody wanted to come up. Oh, brother, that sucks. Probably ain't nobody gonna want to, but I always like to have it just in case. Oh boy. Okay, what is this? Chat filter, community moderation. Okay. All right. All right. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. Probably won't nobody want to come up anyway. But anyway, y'all, we live. We live for relationship talk today, Wednesday, with Rocks. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I am on time today. Looking forward to having this conversation with y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all long. We're gonna be here about an hour, maybe a little more. It all depends on how much engagement y'all give me. If y'all find yourself scrolling and y'all come upon this live stream and I'm no longer live, go ahead and put replay in the comments, please, and thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and share the live. Let's engage in the conversations. Uh, I'm so upset I couldn't put that link in there. But anyway, y'all see the title. Today's title is, well, today's topic is always relationship talk on Wednesdays, right? That's what Wednesdays live streams are at 6 p.m. Central Time. We meet here every Wednesday about 6 p.m. Central Time to talk about relationships, relationship talk, relationship advice, so on and so on. I don't see anybody yet. I've been here almost 2 minutes. I'm waiting. I am waiting for you guys to come on in. I don't know how I do. I continue to talk even though I don't see anybody or see any comments. I continue to talk as if I see you guys. I'm waiting on you guys. Come on in for this Wednesday's relationship talk slash relationship advice. Today's topic, one of the topics is your opinion on teenage dating. How would you approach or teach your child about relationships, be it opposite or same sex? And we got one more topic, one more question rather. But we're going to go with this one first. The first topic or question is, how would you approach or teach your child about relationships slash dating? Because, you know, your opinion, period, on teenage dating. And within that, within you giving that answer, I want to know, how would you approach it as a parent or guardian? How would you approach the teenage dating topic with your teenager? Whether they like the same, you know what I'm saying, sex or opposite. So that's what we're talking about today, y'all. So I'm just waiting on y'all to come in. And I'm just going to be laying here chilling, waiting on y'all. Uh, Let me find out. I know I got to read my relationship questions. Hey, Katana. How you doing, Katana? So good to see you on this Wednesday Relationship Talk Wednesday live stream. How are you? Please hit the like button, please. Hit the like button, and if you will, share the live. Hey, y'all, come on in. Come on in. I'm waiting on y'all with this Wednesday's Relationship Talk, Relationship Talk, Relationship Talk. I'm great. Thanks for asking. I cannot complain. Still here to see another day. Grateful for, and thankful in spite of whatever going on. Because tomorrow not promised, y'all. But on Wednesdays, we like to come together here on the live stream and have relationship talk slash relationship advice. That's where usually people can come up, but I didn't put the link out. I forgot to get the link, so I'm not going to be able to do that today. But you can get in the chat and ask your questions or give your scenario, tell your testimony. And I want to know today, I want to know, how do we feel about teenage dating? Teenage dating. How do you feel about it? You as a teen, well, ain't no teens out here. Everybody should be 18 and over. Sometimes they slip through the cracks though, but my content is not for kids. So how do you feel about teenage dating? That's my first question. Teenage dating. How do you feel about it? And how would you approach How would you approach it with your team? Like, how would you teach and approach them about it, no matter if they like the same or opposite? Or you say, I don't know, I don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a legit answer. Some people just don't know. Probably never really thought about it. But that's today's topic on our relationship talk. And I'm going to read some scenarios from Reddit. And I'm going to give my opinion about it. And you guys can come on in and chime in and give me your opinion as well. Okay, what I do is I scroll and I read, hey, what's going on, Bond Trap? I usually read the titles, and if it sounds interesting, I will go ahead and read the whole thingamajigger. And if it's not, I'll scroll until I find one. Okay, the first one says, am I the asshole for refusing to let my husband name our daughter after his late wife? What? Who in the hell left the gate open? Who ever heard of it? Now, I know you making this up. Whoever wrote this. I gotta read this one, y'all. I'm gonna have to read this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm gonna read it again. Say, am I the asshole for refusing to let my husband name our daughter after his late wife? I can answer that before even reading it. Hell no. We ain't naming our daughter after your late wife. But anyway, she says, I'm 29, 35 weeks pregnant with our first child. My husband is 36 and was previously married. His first wife passed away 8 years ago. I've always been respectful of her memory, but I mean, there are photos in our. Hold on, let me go back. She said, I'm 29 years old and 35 weeks pregnant with our first child. My husband is 36 and was previously married. His first wife passed away 8 years ago. I've always been respectful of her memory. There are photos of her in our house, and we've talked about her openly. I've never tried to erase her or act like their history didn't exist. Sounds pretty fair to me so far. She said, when we found out we were having a girl, we both made list of names we liked. He didn't say anything at first, but after a few weeks, he told me he really wanted to name her after his late wife. He said it would be a way to honor her and keep her memory alive through our daughter. Wow. You single, Bond Trap? She said, I told him I wasn't comfortable with that. I said I wanted our daughter to have her own name, one that reflects both of us and the family we're building together, not something tied to a relationship I wasn't a part of. He looked disappointed but said he understood. A few days later, he brought it up again. This time he had told his mom, and she messaged me saying how beautiful it would be and how I should consider it an act of love. Now his sister is involved too. She said it would mean so much to the whole family if we used the name. I still said no. I told him again that while I respect his grief, I don't want to feel like I'm raising someone else's legacy. I want this child to be celebrated for who she is, not tied to someone she never knew. Oh my God. He hasn't pushed again since, but he's been cold, quiet. I know he's hurt. I do love him, and I know he still carries that loss with him. But I also feel like I have the right to want my own first child to have her own identity. I'm not trying to erase anyone. I just want to be seen too. Now I'm getting messages from his family saying I'm being insecure and jealous of someone who isn't even here anymore. My own mom says she understands my side, but wonders if this is the hill I want to die on. I feel like I'm already grieving the peace I thought this time would bring, and now I don't know if I'm holding my ground or being unfair. Am I the asshole for refusing to name our daughter after my husband's late wife? I would tell, hey y'all, coming in, hit the like button, y'all, share the line. I would tell my husband, his family, sister, my mom to kiss my ass. You heard what I said? I would say it with my whole chest. I will tell them to kiss my ass. I ain't gonna name my child that I got with this man, my husband, his late wife, who I never knew. One like we was all friends, and she passed away 8 years ago, and we finally decided after 8 years to get together, and that's both our best friend. And yeah, that would be kind of different then, maybe, but child, hey, so happy being me. How you doing? Please don't keep asking how old somebody is. Please don't do that. Engage in the conversation. You know what I mean? This is relationship talk. I'm not just sitting here talking for nothing. I'm engaging and I'm telling y'all a story, and we're going to get on topics. So if you don't want to be a part of that, that's cool. But don't come here asking somebody how old they are. Everybody here grown. That's all that count, because nobody should be here under 18. If you under 18, you ain't got no business here, period. Because ain't no telling what may come out my mouth. You know what I mean? You say he needs to go to counseling or a relationship is over. It was over. But yes, he's still stuck on that woman who passed away 8 years ago. I wish I could talk to this woman in person. Girl, if you don't go goddamn and get a separation and try to get counseling if he with it or not, fuck him. Give a fuck. I wouldn't give a damn about his grief at this point. You won't put me in your grief. I didn't know her. She'd probably be pretending like she her when they having intimacy. You're doing too much, sir. Sir, you're doing too much. Let me get your ass up out of here. You got a fucking problem. Okay. I got tired of that shit. I want people in here with at least a halfway decent brain function, know how to have a conversation. I don't want no little kids and trolls in here unless you're going to, no kids, period. But if you're going to be a troll and be a part of the conversation. I only got 6 people in here, 4 likes. Can everybody make sure that you hit the like button and share the live, please and thank you. Please and thank you. I appreciate y'all showing up. So did everybody hear that first story I just told? Because I'm waiting on y'all. I only see 1 person. 2 people got in the comments and said something. Can everybody share this live? Y'all, I don't know why I'm not getting nobody coming to my lives. It used to be like that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I need to email these folks, because it's as if nobody even know I'm live until the next day or a few hours later. I'm getting sick of this shit. And I feel like it's just for nothing. You know? You heard a part of it. I'm going to read it again, y'all. I'm going to read it one more time from the beginning. This is, now the topic is, how do you feel about teenage dating? But in the meanwhile, while y'all marinate on how do you feel about teenage dating, I'm reading this story off of Reddit. And it's titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Let My Husband Name Our Daughter After His Late Wife? Okay? I'm going to read the story one more time, then we're going to talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to go on to the next story. And then by that time, maybe y'all can tell me how y'all feel about teenage dating as a parent, guardian. Here we go. She says, I'm 29 and I'm 35 weeks pregnant with our first child. My husband is 36 and was previously married. His first wife passed away 8 years ago. I've always been respectful to her memory. There are photos of her in our house, and we've talked about her openly. I've never tried to erase her or act like their history didn't exist. There's a fine line between respecting the fact that you had a wife who passed away 8 years ago, and from time to time that'll come up, her birthday, certain thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's been 8 years, motherfucker. You don't have to go grow. Go or grow. Now, I don't mean to sound cruel, but come on now. We talking about 8 years. And then you got the nerve to ask somebody to name their child after her. Then she said, when we found out we were having a girl, we both made a list of names we liked. He didn't say anything at first, but after a few weeks, he told me he really wanted to name her after his late wife. He said it would be a way to honor her, to keep her memory alive through her door. Who the hell was she? Martin Luther King? Malcolm X? Harriet Tubman? Why somebody got to honor her memory? That was your own personal relationship you had with your beautiful wife who passed away. I'm so sorry. but they ain't got a goddamn thing to do with naming somebody else's child after her, like honoring her memory. These folks crazy as fuck. Shit. Let's continue. She said, I told him I wasn't comfortable with that. I said, I want our daughter to have our own name, one that reflects both of us. It's like he replaced her. He pretending like his new wife is his old wife. And he want to pretend like that baby is going to be that woman's baby. That's why he doing that. He's sick in the fucking head. He's sick. She said, I said, I wanted my daughter to have our name, one that reflects both of us and the family we're building together, not something tied to a relationship I wasn't a part of. He looked disappointed, but he said he understood. So a few days later, y'all, he brought it up again. This time he had told his mom, and she messaged me saying how beautiful. Well, girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my messenger, I would have told her, Mama-in-law, you know I love you. You have to back the fuck up on this one. Take your ass on now. I ain't trying to fall out with you over no dumb shit. She said now his sister's involved too. She said it would mean so much to the whole family. Fuck the family. And my soul food Terry voice. Fuck the family. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with it. Y'all don't be there watching them cheering them on when they, doing things to create the baby. Was y'all there? No, I ain't think so. She said, I still said no. I told him again that while I respect his grief, I don't want to feel like I'm raising someone else's legacy. I want this child to be celebrated for who she is, not tied to someone she never knew. He hasn't pushed it again. But he's been cold, quiet. Yeah, stay quiet, motherfucker. Don't say nothing else. You ain't gonna say the right thing. You can be in your feelings. Get over it. You mad? Scratch your ass and get glad. That's what I be telling him. She said, I know he's hurt. You don't give a fuck about him being hurt. That's past hurt. That's some old other psychotic type shit. He needs to go get some healing and therapy, probably some medicine for it. She ain't got shit to do with you. You don't owe him no fucking pity for that. She said, I do love him, and I know he still carries that loss with him. That means he wasn't ready to move on with you then. If you know that, and it's been 8 years, is your relationship marriage really real? Is he pretending that you really her? Shit. Now you got to ask yourself some questions. You're going to have to make some decisions, Miss Ma'am. She said, now I'm getting messages from his family saying I'm being insecure and jealous. Well, bitch, I'm just insecure and the fuck jealous. Call it what you want. But my baby ain't going to be named after Miss Man who passed away 8 years ago that he was married to, honey. I'm not finna defend how I feel or tell you wrong. You can call me whatever the F you want to call me. But at the end of the day, this baby in my belly, in my womb, will not be named after his ex-wife. You feel me? She said, I feel like I'm already grieving the peace I thought this time would bring, and now I don't know if I'm holding out. You up and second guessing yourself. You's a goofy motherfucker, Miss Ma'am. You goofy. Let's just put it point blank. You goofy. You don't even need to be married at this point, because there ain't no way your grown ass don't know when you right or wrong about something. You second guessing your decision on some normal brain shit. This ain't take no science. This don't take no genius to figure out that ain't shit wrong with your decision not to want to name your baby after your husband's ex-wife. Now, y'all get in the comments and tell me if you ladies would name your child that you got coming with your now husband, ex-wife, who passed away. And you didn't know her or nothing. It wasn't like that was your best friend and 10 years went by and you got with her husband and you want to, keep her memory alive because y'all always good friends. But life goes on, so y'all got together. You weren't never together or none of that shit when she was alive. But until years and years and went by and you pregnant and y'all both, maybe it was your idea. But come on now. I want to know what y'all got to say about that, child. Hey, Cheryl. Karen say, hell no. Hey, Pepper. Heck no. She's young and they're playing her. Hell yeah, playing her like a fiddle. Playing her like a big dumbass fiddle. I would have been cussing everybody out. I would have called a meeting to cuss their ass out all at the same time so I ain't got to make my rounds. I'm going to do it right now. We can do an intervention. We can do a FaceTime. We can do a Zoom. Y'all can come over in person. I'll cook. So I'm going to get all y'all motherfucking ass together. And if it means that I need to walk up out of here if he don't want to go, because he ain't moved on. He has not moved on. He don't even look at you and see your face. He see his ex-wife face. He probably had you dressing like her and buying you the same perfume she used to wear. You know what I mean? Y'all probably sleeping in the same bed. Even though you're supposed to change your bed, wait out 8 years. I don't guess they sleeping in no bed, that old shit. I figure after 7 years of bed, unless it was a real expensive bed or something, Oh shit, Roxy, goddamn, you been moving all onto a whole nother conversation. Hey, Fit, what's going on, everybody? Make sure y'all hit the like button for me, y'all, please. And please share the live. I am not getting people to come up in here. And it's just weird to me how I'm not even being seen down people's timeline. And I'm on YouTube on my phone. If I don't get no other views, I'm supposed to get views when I go live from YouTube on my phone. I'm not even on StreamYard. This is ridiculous. It ain't been no more than 13 people over here. And I know as time goes, the numbers grow. But still, goddamn, this is ridiculous. Whoo. And y'all feel free to send a sister a love, super sticker, super chat, Zelle, PayPal, whenever you can. Not just today when I'm live, but whenever you see a video, if you liked it and I made you smile, when I'm live, or just because, You say, I had a cousin who was married and her husband had a mistress. The mistress was so obsessed with him. Hey, Big Luxury, with him, she got pregnant by him and named her daughter the same exact name as my cousin's daughter. These folks are psychotic. This is why we have relationship talk, y'all. Because there's some real crazy shit going on out here. Strange shit, not just for a piece of change. These folks doing strange shit, then they don't even want no money. It ain't even about the money for some people. Big Luxury say, sometimes you got to show a man you mean business and really leave him. Otherwise, he will keep taking you as a joke and think you a big video game or some kind of game. Yeah, that motherfucker crazy. I'd be scared to go to sleep around him. For real. I'll be scared to go to sleep around him. Yeah, he damn near 10 years her senior. She 29, he 36, so he ain't too far from it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, see, this make me want to go find them in real life and talk to both of their ass. I'm telling you the truth, boy. Y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think about teenage dating while we at it, y'all. Y'all get in the comments. I'm finna give y'all about 35, 45 seconds to type what you think about teenage dating as a parent, as a guardian. What age you think is appropriate? Do you think it's appropriate? And how would you go about it? Do you just say, okay, you want to date, you got a boyfriend, cool, have a good time? Or do you be proactive in that decision to date whoever they're dating? Are you a part of that process? You know what I'm saying? Or you just leave them by their own devices and leave them fall by the wayside, good, bad, ugly, ups, down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Ooh, you say two sisters with the same name is crazy. Ain't that? That is weird. Hey, Deneen. Say, I'm here to support. I always warn my son. Yes. Everybody need warning. Because that's some sick shit right there. That was the first one I read, y'all. That was the first story I actually read the title, and that was it. And I got to read this one, baby. I know this girl ain't sitting here second guessing herself. And her own mama. Her own mama had the nerve to get on there and say, I understand how you feel, but if this the mountain you want to die on, bitch, bury me. Yep, this the one I'm gonna die on, and that's what you call that old Savannah mindset. Don't you pay him no never mind. You don't worry about what Ike doing. Thank you, Deneen. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. That's what's up. That's love right there. Thank you so much. But honey, and what's what old girl told on Waiting to Exhale? That's a good man, Savannah. Ain't no way my mama tell me no shit like that. No, not about that. My mom was type before she passed away, maybe not in her earlier years, but being an older woman, with all this wisdom now and experience, she would have been like, don't worry about what he doing, especially if you ain't giving them none. Just go on and reap the benefits of the relationship and just be cool and be cordial and get along. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's hard out here. That's what she'll say, but not about naming my baby after his ex-wife. She should have slapped the shit out that man when he said that. Ain't no way. Okay, so you say if they pass 12, I would tell them if they doing the nasty, make sure y'all have rubbers. 12? That's pretty young to be talking about dating, but okay. See, that's why I ask y'all questions. I want to know how y'all feel about things. It's 16 people and only 9 likes, y'all. Come on. Come on, 9. Come on in. Hit the like button, share the live. We just having good, fun, healthy conversation about relationships. That's it. And my first question is, how do you as a parent, a guardian, or adult, period, feel about teens dating? And when I say teens, I'm saying 14, 16, and up. I'd have never thought about no 12-year-old dating nobody. They'd be dating a goddamn sandwich, a popsicle, a Barbie doll, a game, a book. That's too young, in my opinion, to date. You know, I think some people, I don't think we really think about our lives are so hectic sometimes, being working moms or, a housewife, a lot of chores to do and raising 2, 4, 5, 6 kids and trying to keep husband happy. So when your 15-year-old daughter introduces you to somebody and says she wants to date him, you just automatically, talk about with your husband and y'all say, yeah, but what happens after that? What's the conversation after the dating has been introduced and you said yes, or you can go out on a date with him if I meet the parents or however y'all do it. I just want to know, like, what is the mindset? Because people out here just letting their kids date and it's just like, oh, I know John. I met his mom and dad. He seems to be a nice guy. And you ain't having no other conversations. Kids already, they kind of like, they ain't going to tell you too much. They'll tell you something if they really close to you. They'll kind of chat with you, but they ain't going to tell you everything, especially if they being like, if he trying to, run game on her or get her to do things she knows she shouldn't do or don't feel comfortable doing, they not going to come tell us like, he keep asking me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me read these comments real quick. You said, I have sons, I bought condoms and left them on their dresser. But it's more deeper than that, though. You know what I'm saying? It's more deep. Dating at any age is deep. But when you're talking about teenagers and children dating, and that's pretty much leaving them up to their own devices. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we intend to do that. That's just not even intentional. We don't even think that far. We thinking they just smiling and having fun and playing games and doing homework together. And then we might drop them off at the theater, pick them up. You know what I'm saying? But it's way more deeper than that. Because if you leaving condoms on the dresser, to me, in my opinion, and there's no conversation after that, it's pretty much it. That's why they think they grown. They think they ready for it. And you got to be the cool mom and the cool dad. So, yeah, let me get you these condoms, as opposed to teaching them why they shouldn't do it. Or if you decide to, after I tell you why I think you shouldn't, are you ready for those repercussions? Because it's way more deeper than just catching a disease. That condom to bust, they can still get her pregnant and catch a disease. That's 3 things that happen. Then you're talking about children whose minds are not fully developed, and then they get the fighting and drama happen. You know what I'm saying? All those things can take place. That's why I feel like if teens are going to be allowed to date by their parents and guardian, they need to be taught, just like when you send their ass to school and they going to math, they going to gym, they going science, they going to pre-algebra, they doing all the things. They in the drama club, you know what I'm saying? They got some chaperone around them all the time to give them in the right direction. So why should dating be any different? What the hell do they know about dating one another? Like, really, what do they know? What they see on TV? Because that boy probably raised similar to their daughter. And then again, they might not. They might have different mindsets. His parents might be atheists. And you a full-fledged Christian. You know what I mean? Let me see. You said exactly. She should have slapped his ass into reality. Damn right. So I love you since you are real. We all need a little help. Let's grow together. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Denise. I love you, girl. Appreciate you. I think 16 is the age. I think 16, I agree with you. I think 16 is the age to start the process of teaching. I'm still old fashioned, Rocks. For me, about the age 16, maybe they can date, and that is with stipulations. I would definitely have a deep conversation with my child, and if it's a girl, she would get on birth control. Kids are dating early these days. Hit that like button. Yes, y'all. Big Luxury said I wouldn't be the type of parent to act oblivious to it. I know what's going on. Most likely they always want to have the room door closed, and she always want to. And that's what's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. When I first moved down to Bloomington, I let my nephew move with me. He was about, I think he might have been about 15, 16, or about to be that age. And he met a little girl, and she had a baby. And she brought the baby over me, went in the room, closed the door. And I held the fuck, no, you not. First of all, you brought her here. I could G for you one little company, you met somebody in school you knew out here. Okay, cool. But bring her and the goddamn baby, and you trying to close the door. I had to shut that shit down. No, no, no. You ain't running my motherfucking house. No. Shit. That didn't last long. So yeah, that was back in like 2005 or 6. And I still got the same mindset. Even my daughter, when she was 25, 30, when she couldn't come in my house on the weekend as a grown-ass woman past a certain time, because you ain't finna interrupt me out my sleep because you want to party all night. There's still rules, y'all. Just because they feel like they like a boy, like a girl, same sex, opposite sex, it don't matter. They still got to know the rules. They still got to know the game. They still got to know the do's and don'ts and the repercussions and consequences that's going to follow their ass if they don't. Fuck that condom. That condom is just a small part of it. That whack-ass condom. First of all, teach them, like, why do you want to have sex? Do you know what that means? Like, what, other than just that feeling and everybody saying it's a cool thing to do and you ain't doing it, you a lame, you a mark, you a trick, you a simp, you a Virgin Mary. That's what they used to call me, Virgin Mary. My friends teased me because I was 12, 13, and they was 12, 13, and they was doing the do. And I was like, no, 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 they not finna come rub all up on me. All they want is one thing. That was my mindset. Let me see. Hey, real life. What's going on? Sis, kids gonna do them no matter how much try to protect them. It don't matter. They be doing them at their own expense while I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. That's my mindset. I don't give a damn what they gonna do. They gonna do it knowing that I told them better. And if you gonna do your own decision with the mind of a 14, 15, 16-year-old, even though I told you, I did my part to tell you and try to teach you, and you still want to be hard-headed and go find out and go smoke that crack for your goddamn self, and stick that heroin and pop them pills anyway, and bounce up and down on that thing after I already told you what can happen. Hey, that's on you. I feel better about my life because I done told you. But if I just throw you out there and just say, here's some condoms, and now do your thing, whatever the fuck you gonna do. Just don't bring no babysit. These girls and boys out here being mistreated. They sleeping from couch to couch, house to house. They out there doing whatever it takes to survive just to be together. The boy might be abusive to her, and if you know what I'm saying, and trying to pit y'all against each other as daughter and mama, as father and son. It's a lot going on with that dating shit, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I ain't tripping about the sex part. Whatever they gonna try to do, they is gonna do. But what about protecting them and teaching them they mind, preparing them for what's out in that goddamn world, y'all? That's what I'm talking about. Say, good evening, Roxy and Child. Hope your evening is a blessed one. Yes, it is. Yours, too. He said, hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. Hey, Peachy King, girl. So good to see you up in here. I would tell my teenager everything that can happen to them. They need to know about STDs, HIVs. Yes, indeed. Come along with it and how these STDs can affect them, everything from sterilization to death. They need to know the type of characteristics to see in people, the red flags. Because you know how many young women and young men out here that's messed up in the head? And if your daughter don't know that that's a sign of some manipulation and gaslighting, is she old enough to fucking let some boy put a condom in her and put a thing inside her at 16? She old enough to know and recognize the signs of people with red flags from so-called girlfriends who really be hating, the bullying and all that shit. You got to talk to them about all of it. You can't just give them a condom and say, do your thing. That ain't fair to them. That ain't fair to them. You tell them the signs of how people act and what so-called friends should do. And you know what I'm saying? And if a female, like I tell my grandson, you start dating some young woman and you go to the house for a party or you just slip over there and our house dirty as the fuck. I mean, dishes everywhere. She always crying and talking about her life. She on some Peach McIntyre shit, whining about mama this. Run! Run the fuck away from her. Run. Now, if I don't tell him that, he gonna think that shit normal. And he might not listen to me, but he gonna remember it when he see what the fuck I was trying to tell him. And then he meet the next person like they kind of got the same characteristics. And they a little bit worse than the other one. It's going to start triggering their mind to know how to think. That's why I be telling y'all about schools. Don't teach them how to think. They try to teach them what to think and make them workers. We as parents got to show them how to think so they can have a mind of their own and know how to think and how to see the shit before it hit the fan. That makes them smart, not a fucking degree. Not because they got a high school diploma and went on prom. We getting the game twisted, y'all. And I'm here to tell y'all the truth. You said their father and I was definitely having conversations. That's right, Karen. You say they are grown now and I'm still having conversations. Oh, I love it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It don't never end. It don't never end. You still gonna be a parent. Peachy say, I'm like that with my son. Conversations plus modeling how dating should go. We raise them. That's right. That's right. We can't lead them up to their own devices, y'all, because you got to remember the world tells them one thing and we don't feel the same way what the world feel on a lot of that shit. The world teach you sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. But say your mama to the wrong man. Step on the wrong man's foot and laugh at it and be like, my bad, I'm sorry, I'm just playing. And he ain't feeling that shit. Words will get you taken out of here. This is America. It's a free country. Do what you want to do. Love who you want to love. That's a goddamn lie straight from the pits of hell. America is not a free country, and you can't do what you want to do without repercussions. And love who you want to love, yeah, that's fine. If it's love, we got to teach them how to recognize what's love. Him want to put his Peter Wacker in you ain't love. Her want to cook you a meal and be under you 24/7 ain't love. Experience for them to know who they are and recognize shit for what it is and know who they are and what they stand on. That's when they can begin to recognize love. Not the bullshit they see on TV and what all the kids doing in school and let Disney raise them and TikTok raise them. All because such and such of them got a boyfriend and they got a baby by the time they 16, 12, 14. The fuck out of here. Nah, you might have a baby, but I bet you one goddamn thing. You ain't gonna be able to say that this grandma didn't tell you what was coming your way. Not to recognize that boy was crazy as fuck before you even let him touch you. Because I'm going to be right there to see. I ain't going to say, oh, my granddaughter got a boyfriend. I think his name Johnny. I'm going to know his first name, last name, license plate, address, social security number, favorite fucking food. Kiss my ass. Call me what you want. I'm going to be right there until the day I die. The fuck out of here. Now, when they get grown, I'm going to back off. Like they 20, 21 and up. Because by then, I done taught them. I done gave them all the resources they need. I done gave them all the tools, how to think. When they see this, when a motherfucker say that, that's what that mean when he said, he called you bruh, but yeah, he's sticking you every night. That mean he don't give a fuck about you, period. Ain't no, oh, well, no, it don't mean that's something. That's just what nah, fuck that. A man that really love you and wants you his woman, I mean, you his boo, y'all damn near marrying everybody else. He ain't finna be calling you bruh all the time. It might slip sometime because of the lingo. But like, bruh, gone. Then next thing you know is bitch. And all that shit. I'm going to teach them the signs of how people supposed to treat them when they a friend, when they a homie, when they a homegirl. All that shit go together. All that shit go together. Thank you for the sticker. You say, hello, real life. Right. You say, you got some kids that's so bold, they will sneak the boy in while you at work, and you got to have cameras around for these kids that are so, yeah, they are sneaky. Yep. See, I'm not saying that my way, how I think is going to prevent that, it's just going to give them the tools they need and the knowledge. And if they want to be hard-headed anyway, and because we all been hard-headed. You know how many times people have slipped and fell, and even though they love God, they ain't always been that way. They slipped a few times until they got it. You know what I'm saying? They ass whooped so much, and that whatever came to whoop them got them right. Now they know. They made it. They could tell their story how they made it out. Because some women don't make it out from being hard-headed and not seeing the signs and shit. Want to do it their way. Men want to do it their way. They not here to tell the story. And some people that do live to tell the story, they can have a testimony and tell people how they made it out. How they changed their mindset. Like when people say, what would you as 40-year-old tell your 16-year-old self? What would you tell yourself? As a 40-year-old human being, woman, man, what would you tell your 16-year-old know-it-all, just starting to date, don't know your asshole from a hole in the wall, don't know if you want to go to college, just get a job, you in love with this girl, you in love with this man. What would you tell yourself now? Because nobody was telling you then. They thought you knew it all because y'all look grown. You got boobies. You know what I'm saying? He tall as hell. He big. That's because they big. They just kids in big bodies. They don't know what the hell going on, though. And I got nothing but time and energy to tell their ass. Now, you ain't got to listen, but I won't feel bad when they call me talking about come pick her ass up, come pick them up. I'm going to be like, I did all I could do, God. I did my part. And keep it moving. He say, I have no doors on the room. Doors only should. Also, I tried to be aware on how they were moving. Yes. Fuck you closing doors for. With company. I can see if you're in there by yourself a little bit. You know you're trying to do something. You're trying to make some beats or something or do some content or study. Yeah. But not with no company. First of all, I'm not having company over here. Now, y'all going to talk about me now. I'm ready for it. Get in the comments. I'm the parent. Hell no, your friend can't come over. And now you can't go over there. Now, what we could do is, if we all going out somewhere, it's your birthday, it's their birthday, I'm going to make it happen till y'all can make it do what it do. I'm going to drop you off, pick you up. I'm going to drop you off, her mom pick y'all up. We can make that happen. But it ain't no laying up over here like this the fucking revolving door, and this where you be at. You damn near live here. That goes for kids, grown-ups too. No. I want my peace of mind. Don't nobody go to work every day or spend their money however they get their money. I don't care if you're selling drugs to get your money. Ain't nobody finna be paying all this high-ass rent to make other people comfortable. If it ain't their kids, their husband, or whatever the case is. Not no people in the goddamn street. They want to sleep all on your couch and shit, fucking up your house. And then when you lose your job, can't pay the rent, ain't nobody got nothing to kick in on. Fuck out of here. Right, Rox. I was raised by some strong women. They told me the game, and the kids called me a right. Yes, I was. It didn't bother me. One of the girls who teased me got pregnant and died in childbirth. Lord have mercy. Wow. Cheryl said 25 people in the bushes. Uh-oh. Stop. Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Don't be like that. They also need to know you carry the spirit of people you have sex with. It's a spiritual thing too. Yes, that's why I love we having this conversation, y'all. We so busy being busy doing a bunch of nothing that ain't going to count for nothing at the end of the day if our kids ain't straight. Because the shit our kids out there in them streets doing, the people they loving on or be friends with, that's going to affect your household on some level. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Because they bringing that shit around you. They friends, so-called friends and boyfriend, crazy-ass motherfuckers they try to get away from at some point. He know where you live at. He calling you. He asking you where your daughter at. He don't give a... These people crazy. The main thing I want to teach them is what can happen. Make sure you're doing it because you want to. Protect yourself. And the first sign you see flashing that he acting weird or just not... You know what I'm saying? He sell drugs. You don't want to be with nobody like that no way. You know? But go ahead and do you. You're going to have to find out some things for yourself. You're going to want to experience it for yourself. Just like I did on some level. I never date nobody who sold drugs, no shit like that. But still, I don't really know what they was out there doing. At the end of the day, we don't know what everybody be doing. But as far as like in the hood, everybody know that Jeff is known for this and known for that. You know what I'm saying? But just somebody, an average person you dating, and you've been dating them a long time, you don't really know what all they do when y'all ain't around each other. Hey, Nerly, how you doing? Say they get into Pond Town, and next thing you know, they can't stop riding. And they end up with all that shit. You got to take off work to go take them to see about, because they is prego, or they do have something. That's too much for me. I ain't got the patience for it. As Cheryl, the Bush's watchers need to join the conversation. Hell yeah. My kids are grown. And my daughter was grown and she was going through shit. I didn't even know about it. I didn't know the guys was weird and all that old crazy shit was going on. But it got to do with, like I had said before to her, like, I just don't understand your personality, and I see the change in you, the growth in you. You're conscious. You're more what you call it? You're conscious and you're spiritual, and you walking now, and the way you talking and the information you sharing now, it doesn't line up with the guys I see you with. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I couldn't understand, but I think that made her think and start to change because she didn't like the same type of, not necessarily the same guy no more. So I seen growth before she passed away. Some things were still lacking, but other things were changing. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't get a chance to live long enough to, you know what I'm saying, be able to tell her story and change and learn and grow. Slip and fall again and get up and dust herself off like we all do. But if you don't give the kids the tools and the information, come on now, they ain't got a chance in hell. At least give them a chance and tell them. Don't just let them think they grown. Then you got to argue with them when they come in late from the date, or they don't want you to know, or why can't my boyfriend come over and close the door? Because what the fuck you mean why you can't come over, she can't come over and close the door? Y'all need to go get a room if that's what you want. You should be grown enough to go get your hotel room. And then he should be able to, once you get pregnant, he should be able to put you up in the house. Y'all should be able to be a power couple and grow together and take care of y'all business. And, you know, you be a housewife or both y'all work y'all jobs, put your baby in daycare. Y'all doing the damn thing. Y'all grown. Y'all smart as fuck. You don't need me. Shit. Motherfucker go work and buy beds for you to bounce up and down on with somebody else on it. Especially if I ain't bouncing up and down. You say, good evening, Peachy King. Not acting like Peach, right? Yes, Rocks in chat. What we talking about? Hey, Deanna, we talking about relationship talk. The first question is, how do you feel about teenagers dating, and what will be your approach as the parent and guardian? That's my first question. I read a story from Reddit already, and that was a wild story. For y'all that just getting here, everybody that heard me read the story from Reddit, put a 1 in the chat. I wanted to see how many people that was here when I read it. Because I might need to read it one more time. That was a wild story, y'all. Hey, Marie. What's going on, lady? Keep pushing for son and his girlfriend or friends hang out at my house. I'm always in the loop. There's no closed doors and hugging up. Experience real dating. Right. Teach them how to date. How they supposed to treat each other. You know? They got to know how to date. All they know is, oh, you a boy, I'm a girl. Or you a girl and I'm a girl. I like you, you like me. I'm a boy. Because, like, for some reason, some people think just because they son like boys or they daughter like girls that they got a right to go out there and do things that grown folks do. I feel the same way about them. If my underage grandchild told me that they like the same, and I'm okay, cool. You still need to know how to date. I still don't think it's okay for you to kiss and hug all up and do kind of things with all kind of strange things and shit. I'm gonna teach you the same way I would teach the heterosexual. If they too young for it, you too young for it. You 16 like she's 16. You just happen to like the same sex. So what gives you the fucking right to go out there and do grown folks things when you're not grown and don't know what you're doing? They fight more than the heterosexual couples do. I see more couples of the same sex fighting, throwing pianos at each other, sandwiches, arguing. Shit. I'm going to treat them the same way. Thank you, Nisha. I'm just not seeing that. Thank you, girlie. You say exactly, Foxy. Peachy sent floating hard. Thank you, Peachy. I appreciate that. Thank you, Peachy. I told my daughter everything she needed to know and what to look for when she got pregnant at 14. We got through it, and I wouldn't take nothing for my first granny baby. I know that's right. And shit, we love our grandbabies. I don't give a damn how they got here, how many you had. You know, didn't want you to have, you know what I'm saying, at that age or at that time, at that with this goofy ass boy. You goofy, he goofy. Nobody knows shit. Nobody got a job. You hate each other today, love each other. No, none of that got nothing to do with the damn baby. The baby here, we love the babies. Shit. I wouldn't change for nothing in the world. Exactly, Rox. Mine snuck out her window too until I locked her out and made her sleep outside. Woo, Deanna, you was not playing no games. You say they be so thirsty to get on that wood. It's like, damn, what you say, I'm doing what I want to do. That is not, I don't think that's everybody. I think some girls, they even never even did it before. So it can't be that. They be thinking that that's what they got to do to be accepted, to be liked, to be loved, to fit in. And then they might end up loving it because no girl wants to do. The first time any girl let a boy ramrod Ricardo her, she is going to be in pain. There's nothing good about that. That's for the people that's already been actively doing it. Some of these girls, 15, 16, 17, they already, you know, about that life. They know what they doing when it comes to the movement. It don't hurt no more. It feel good. But I'm talking about people for the first time. These young girls is not trying to just go do it just because they hot in the ass. They doing it because they want to fit in. And they hear so much about it being good. They be getting lied to. Oh, it feel good. Just like when it comes to the narcotic stuff. Come on, go on, hit this. You gonna feel good. And then they get curious and they do it. Now, my first time, it hurt. I ain't want no parts of that shit. So I don't know who out here doing it for the first time and never did it before. Just can't, oh, I got to get it. I got to get it. And then when you first start and attempt to do it, that shit hurt. It hurt to get through them walls. You be trying to back up off of that move. I changed my mind, motherfucker. Catch me next year. Big luxury. Big luxury of food. But I know what you're talking about. There's a whole nother group for that. But yeah, I'm talking about the ones that's new to the game. And if you new to the game and what luxury said fits, that type of person that ain't never did it, ooh, child, what is wrong with them, luxury? What is wrong with them? He said, I work overnight. My son knows I'm on. I wish you would time. He has never given me a problem, but it also started at home. Parents must be present, not half-assed or chasing men and women. Right. Mine could have company, but I ain't no laying up or door closed. Now, having company to me would be because it's their birthday and we're going to have a dinner and yeah, they can come over. They ain't no just coming over though, because see, this my space. I want to know and control what energy and spirits walk up in this motherfucker. I don't want it around me. I want my peace and quiet. Only the people who live here is here every day. Now, on the weekend, if I want to do a little something once a month, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they got to get grown for and work hard for and go to school and get their education and get their coins popping and learn a trade and do all kind of shit to get their money right and be serious about it so they can get the fuck out my house so they ain't got to be talking about how I'm strict and won't let their friends come over. That's not my job to accommodate your goddamn friends. I don't care if you 12, 14, 18, 21, 25. No, go get your own shit. And if y'all just want to kick the bobos for a night or two, go rent a room. Go rent a room. Don't come up here with your funky foot asses. Taking off your shoes, want to eat everything. You're high, you came from outside smoking, now you want to know what's to eat. And I got to hear you laughing, all that loud ass fucking music. Nope. I don't feel bad about it. Nope. Hell nope. See, I want my son friend to come hang out because I know what's up, but it's not a regular thing, but I got to know what my child is around. Hell yeah, you rather for him to be at home and you're surrounded with his cool friend who you know is a good boy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I visualize. I visualize my grandson, being with somebody, what people would call a lane. Go to work, go to school, maybe like watch the game, play the game, like to make beats together, watch certain shows, talk about girls. They ain't on shit. They ain't trying to bother nobody. They ain't trying to hold no gun for nobody. They ain't trying to be a part of none of that gang shit. None of that. But if they get out in those streets, they ain't gonna have no choice if they in a certain environment around a certain caliber of people, depending on your environment. Because some people live around it. It's just a normal routine, and that's how people gotta live. Because we gotta live somewhere. Unfortunately, that's everybody don't have the luxury of living in a neighborhood where that don't exist. Deanna said, "Mine couldn't spend the night nowhere. Tell your little friends to come over here." I know that's right. And I want to make sure I like her ass. No. What if her ass dirty? What if she grimy? What if she be trying to tell your daughter or my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Convince her that it's cool. I got to check them out and see if I like them. I don't just want anybody around me. Call me mean. I don't give a shit. That's good, Peachy. I was the parent that went on every field trip working at the school just to keep an eye on my son and other children. I love it, Peachy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Surprised how some children are when parents are absent. Yes, indeed. Yes, Pepper. My son has a few friends and he grew up with they love coming here. Their parents don't cook or show them any attention. Oh my God, that's terrible. Hey, Marie, they came in late, nothing, just washing clothes. Okay, shit, you taking care of some business. Got to get the clothes clean. I saw a young girl on live today, and she was in tears because people was giving her a hard time. She had a baby live in Arkansas out in the country area. She was staying with boyfriend, but he was abusing her. And why are they getting on her? Why are they mad at her, though? Instead of telling her what she can do to get out that jam if she want to. But people don't want to hear you complaining about the boyfriend and he beating on you, abusing you, or being abusive verbally, and you just sitting there loving him. I love him. I love him. I love him. I can't go. I can't. Nobody want to keep hearing that. I'll talk to you. I'll pray for you. I'll try to get you to understand where I'm coming from, how to get the strength to walk away, because I know that thing could be hard. I never experienced that. I experienced not being able to walk away, but it wasn't abusive. I wasn't being touched or nothing or hit or called out my name. You know, that probably would have been easy if it was, because I'm a fighter. You hit me, what? The fuck? You got me messed up. I'm about to hit you back without even realize I'm hitting you back. I might hit first, especially when I was young. Peachy say some girls been messed with early, so they adapt to the manner in which they were raised. Yes, that is a big part of it, because there's so many layers and chapters to this, y'all. That's why I'm saying it ain't just about, he 15, she 16. They both 14. You know, they've been knowing each other since they was in kindergarten. I know the mom, that's a beautiful setting. Y'all got rapport with the parents. Y'all can work it together. But everybody ain't got it like that. You don't know what they come from. What if that female, the type of female that's dramatical and traumatical, and your son like her because she real pretty and all the boys like her, but she dramatical when he can't come over because you say he got to do whatever he got to do for some family shit. She get mad at him. She a little psychotic and tell her brother he called her a bitch or something, and then he want to beat him up. It's a bunch of fucking messy ass people out here. It's a bunch of messy ass people out here. I knew of some women that would be setting up their baby daddies to get beat up by their new boyfriend and all that old shit. You got to watch out. That's why I'm saying you got to teach them how to date. Teach them the signs. Teach them the red flags in people. Because they'll think that female's behavior or that male's behavior is normal. If we don't tell them that, if you got friends who be always teasing you and making fun of you all the time, not just a joker here too, and be done with it and everybody joking. You know what I'm saying? It's just rough. That's not your friend. If it leaves you feeling empty inside and they always mess with you, even kind of muff you side the head, and then when you get mad, I'm just playing, but they do it all the time. That's not your friend. Those type of things. You say she has no car, her mom is on drugs. Someone asked her dad, and she said he just got out of jail. She feels hopeless. She said, if I was only told before having a child that my life would be hectic. And it ain't even the child. She thinking it's the child. The child was the blessing at the end of the day. It's the decision making because you didn't understand what you was looking at and what you was faced with and who you was engaging with, because nobody taught you the science of how people are supposed to treat you. They told you to go learn your math, go learn how to pass the spelling bee so you can make the teacher proud, get on the honor roll if you can. No, have good reports by the teacher. You quiet. You do this. You help. You a good room helper. You the teacher's pet. All that shit. They ain't teach you nothing about life skills and how to survive out here and how to see how people are. That would be a good life skill if they can learn that shit early. That should be a course in school from the time they get at least 5th or 6th grade. These days. Hell, maybe 3rd grade. I'm being nice. Because that way they can build, they won't be afraid to tell their auntie's boyfriend is touching on them. They won't be afraid to talk up and say, I don't care if you say you're going to, or let them say, if you tell, I'm going to hurt your mama, tell them, don't say nothing, act like you gin for it, and then come right and tell, because he just saying that to finagle you and finesse you and gaslight you. But they going to fall for that shit. Big Luxury said they feel like because it's her son and because he doing it with another boy, can't nothing happen. That's how some of these parents be thinking. Oh, yeah, that is a good point, Big Luxury. I didn't think about that part. But they be having issues. You see how Shamar be on arguing all the time with his boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they ain't just start happening because he grown. That shit was happening when he started having, when their age he was. Because they ain't have no life skills. They don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they ain't already working with a full deck. That's just keep it real. Some of our kids ain't working with a full deck. They don't know certain things because they young. But damn, do we have like some issues or suffer from some type of condition? So how are they supposed to be out here in the world as a teenager having a healthy ass boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or girlfriend-girlfriend relationship when they got autism or when they might suffer from paranoid schizophrenia or depression? It's deep, y'all. Deanna said, you right, Rox. My daughter was a follower. She'll be 24 next month, and she told me she wished she would have listened. And see, and thank God you told her, though. Just think if you didn't tell her nothing. You just like, oh, well, you got the baby. You good. You'll figure it out. And I'm sure you told her before you knew she got pregnant. But who's expecting a 14-year-old to get pregnant? So I'm sure you didn't probably have as deep conversations as you would have if she was 16 or 18, you know what I'm saying? We try and prepare them for this fucked up world. And it's getting deeper and deeper as the days go on. It ain't like in the 80s and 70s. And we had to have these talks. My mama never told me shit. My mama never told me nothing about no relationships, boys, how to carry myself as a woman, none of that shit. My grandma would say certain things, and she taught me in the way of talking and telling stories. She didn't just sit me down like, now, look at here now. No, she would be rough in her delivery and talk about people like, you gonna be just like your aunties and them on your mama's side. Y'all, they ain't nothing but a bunch of whores and on public aid. That's what my grandmama used to tell me. On my daddy's side, I love my grandmama to death, but that's what she used to say. She used to put them down because her son was too good for my mama, and my mama lived around the corner. And my mama family was that rough family. That was that kind of like wild family that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wasn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, on their square. Mom and daddy always gone. They out there in the streets running their business. My grandmama had a hair salon. My granddaddy had stores and shit, gambling joints. The kids at home doing what they do. We all there. About 10 of us grandkids and shit. Just there by ourselves. Ain't no food. Food ran out. We just on our own. So my grandma didn't like that side like that. My grandma on my daddy's side, I go over there, she gonna make sure I take a bath. She gonna make sure my clothes clean. She gonna teach me and tell me how I'm supposed to fold up stuff and what I'm supposed to learn in school. And don't be like them Dawsons. She used to say that. You're gonna be just like them Dawsons, a bunch of public aid ass crazy motherfuckers. Sound rough, don't it? Sound really harsh. That's what she told me. I ain't let that shit make me feel bad or like, that's what's going to be. And that's not what happened. I wasn't like that. Hell yeah, I got on some public assistance in my life. But shit, I was working at the same time. It wasn't like I was laying up. And they wasn't doing that either like that. It was just the facade, the outside looking in. The point was they was, they wasn't up to her standard. She thought they was a little off and they was wild and they fight all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Then he said, right, my son is 24 going back to school getting his master's. Okay, go ahead, son. Nice, Cheryl. Okay, that's what's up. I knew all my son's friends and my daughter didn't fool with girls. Okay. My son don't get no time for people he trying to get his education. Yes, get his education and be able to discern which way to go. Even when it comes to their supervisors, they got to know how to speak up for themselves and look people in the eye. I teach my grandkids. You look at them teachers, that officer or whatever, your future co-worker and supervisor, you look them in the eye. If they talk to you a certain way and yell at you, you tell them you don't like that, because you're going to be grown on some point and you got to know how to speak up for yourself. But as long as they kids, and let's say I let them get a job at 16, 17, 18, I'm going to be right there. Let them say the supervisor called them out there or was doing something reckless and made them feel some type of way as a 16-year-old, 17-year-old granddaughter. I'm going to be right there, Johnny on the spot. You must have fired her today, goddamn, because I'm about to cuss your ass out. First, I'm going to ask you first. Then I'm going to cuss your ass out. You say, I'm from Arkansas. I wonder where she from. Yeah, that's sad, Pepper. You say, my son, too, he 18 now in high school and trade school, about to graduate and have his trade rolling, and he is so focused. What's his trade going to be, Peachy? Because my grandson looking for something to do. So I'm about to do the same thing with him. Pepper said, Deanna, I have a sister that lives in Arkansas, so I'm going to see if she willing to meet her. Oh, that's good, Pepper. You so sweet. That's why I love y'all. Y'all got some good hearts. Y'all got some good knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We all got difference of opinion, and we still can get along and voice our opinion on how we do things. I like to know how other people think. I know everybody don't think like me. I ain't got all the answers. I don't make all the right decisions, or my way ain't always the best way. I'm quite sure my kids would be like, they say I was a little strict, you know what I'm saying? That I wouldn't let them do this, I wouldn't let them do that. I was trying to protect. Because I feel like we already did stuff. I come from the family that every weekend we was doing something. They wasn't missing out on shit. And when I let my daughter go over her friend's house feeling like I was being the overbearing mom, and I let her go, she went over there and got pregnant. So shit, nope. And the mama knew. The mama knew. One day on her way to school, she started bleeding. So I had to take her to the ER. She had a miscarriage. And the mama knew all the time that she was pregnant. But she didn't call and tell me. She said that she was going to let her tell me. But she got pregnant at your fucking house. That's why I don't believe kids should go over their friend's house. You thinking they mamas and daddies right there and being good mamas and daddies. Their mamas and daddies be having company or gone. If there's a daddy around at all. You know, I had a friend got pregnant at 11 because she at her auntie house and one of the people there did what they did to her. Y'all already know. I ain't telling y'all nothing new. These stories and stuff I'm saying, y'all already heard shit like this before. Probably got some stories of your own from people you know of. Pepper said, you said, Pepper, I would like to know I was a social worker before I retired. Oh, was you, Deanna? Okay. See what I'm talking about? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And Peachy over here, she got skills. She acting and producing, and she know all these people. I would never know, and she didn't share that with us. Sure. All y'all elevated go to the top floor. Ooh, child. Y'all hit that like button, share the line. I'm ain't gonna be here too much long because I gotta watch my Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, baby. I wish I had me some Chicago wine. I'd be really on point. You said, it should be, but they got the course where you got to carry a baby around campus like it's real. The school systems are backwards as hell. Yeah, they crazy. He said, I see if I could get her to come over here on Rock's page and talk to us. Okay, yeah. I'll wait around and see. I know I'm kind of slow reading these comments. I'm scrolling down. So I taught my daughter everything she needed to know about boys and gave her the tools necessary to survive and be a decent human being. Oh, that sounds so sweet. These new generations just as crazy as they can be. Oh, yes. So I'm big on that, too. You look folks in the eye, stand up for yourself, and as a man, have a strong handshake. No weaklings around here. No mumbling either, goddamn it. Speak up. Enunciate your words. He said, it's wide range, though. Engineer. Okay, I see what you're saying. You was answering my question. You said, Deanna said, I would advise any child to get a trade first and then a degree if they want. Trades, people make more money than professionals more. Yeah, because with that trade, it could be 6 months in school. It could be a year or two. Then They could be working, making the good money while they getting a degree, so they don't have to worry about money as much while they in college. They could do both, whether they go to school online or on campus. There's so many ways to do this stuff. They got more opportunities. Oh, hey, Pink Panther. Come on in, girl. I didn't see you. I'm slowly but surely scrolling down, y'all. You say 911. Foxy said all of our elevators go to the top floor. And I bet you, Queen, I just look like this. Oh, you so crazy, Peachy. He said, yeah, plus they won't owe any money before they start living life. College can mess folks up too. Yes, that's all part of that imagery of teaching the kids from the time they start school, daycare included some places, shit. Preschool, what you call that, Head Start? They've been already start ingraining in their mind thought process. That's why they teaching them what they want to teach and taking stuff out of the school now, because they don't want them to know how to think. They want them to think how they want them to think and be a worker. You're supposed to go work a 9 to 5 every day. If not, you're a loser. Like that lady said, who was that told me? The lady got in my comments and said that I ain't supposed to be eating no steak while she go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? You mad at me because I'm eating steak. You don't know how I got the steak, what I did for the steak. I don't deserve to eat no steak, all because you go to work every day. But ain't that what you was taught? Don't you feel like a real G because you can go to work? Shit, that's what they taught us. Go to work. That's why they got work studies in high school. I had a work study program. I worked in the cafeteria by the time I was in, I think, my second or third year. Now I'm saying my third year. I worked in the cafeteria for about a year or two. My little checks was like $90 every 2 weeks. And you couldn't tell me. I went and bought me some Levi's, some penny loafers, and the rest of that money was for me to survive off of for junk, maybe buy some deodorant, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Then the next 2 weeks I get paid, I might buy me another pair of pants and a shirt because I didn't have no clothes. I remember going to high school and having to wear the same outfit every goddamn day for about 2 weeks before I was able to get some clothes. Yeah, I remember that. That was embarrassing. And I got talked about. It was a cute outfit, don't get me twisted. But it was the same outfit. It was the same. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? How did that happen to me? You say these kids can't even sign their name on checks. They can't write in cursive. Wow. Yeah, I forgot they don't teach it now. I teach my grandkids that. I teach them how to write cursive. So I worked with the janitor during the summer, and I thought I was balling. Deanna was balling. Sure, they make some good money. My nephew work at Mitsubishi. He makes some good money. You know, he worked 3 days a week. 3 or 4 now. I think he worked 4 days, 12-hour shifts. He worked like 7 at night to 7 in the morning, something like that. He makes some good money. So he pays his rent like 2 and 3 months ahead of time sometimes. He's always ahead. That's in case something go down. Because he already been there, done that before. And he learned from that. He said, I was a summer counselor. Was you? For like a program, a summertime for kids program, Cheryl? Let me know when you back, Pepper, if she wants to come over here now. I don't want to end the live and then you been and came back. I'm trying to wait for Pepper and see if the young lady want to come over here. If we can give us some encouragement. You say, I taught my kids the old school way of learning. They not teaching these kids nothing. Nope, they just getting a check, baby. That's me. That's right. Stay ahead. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Yeah, because we don't know what's coming, when it's coming, how it's coming. We don't know. We just know the life itself speaks for itself. Unforeseen situations, as Miss Peach-Ass, Teeth-Ass, Wackentire say, adversity. Ooh, okay, for kids, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, a lot of my jobs as kids, I was a group worker, a physical instructor, dance instructor. Group worker was almost like a social worker. We had to go to visit the home sometime or whatever. It was basically an after-school program. And they had one for teens, and they had one for like kids in kindergarten to like 8th grade. Say mines too. Ooh, child. So, y'all, I'm going to read this story one more time, y'all, for the people that wasn't here. For the Reddit. The name of the story says, Am I the asshole for refusing to let my husband name our daughter after his late wife? I told this in the beginning, so I'm just telling this again one more time before I get off of here for the people that wasn't here. I'm not going to read another story. This story was so crazy. I think this is enough. Okay, I'm going to read the title. It says, am I the asshole for refusing to let my daughter, let my husband name our daughter after his late wife? She said, I'm 29 and 35 weeks pregnant with our first child. My husband is 36 and was previously married. His first wife passed away 8 years ago. I've always been respectful of her memory. There are photos of her in our house, and we've talked about her openly. I've never tried to erase her or act like their history don't exist. When we found out we were having a girl, we both made a list of names we liked. He didn't say anything at first, but after a few weeks, he told me he really wanted to name her after his late wife. He said it would be a way to honor her and keep her memory alive through our daughter. Y'all listening to this? You heard the story, Deanna? Okay. I told him that I wasn't comfortable with that. I said I wanted our daughter to have her own name, one that reflects both of us and the family we're building together, not something tied to a relationship that I wasn't a part of. He looked disappointed. He said he understood. A few days later, he brought up again. He told his mom. The mom stopped messaging her, telling her it would be good. The sister came in and said the whole family would love it. Her mom even said she understand, but is that a fight you want, a mountain you want to die on? So everybody pretty much against her, and she's second guessing herself that ain't nobody, if anybody is in this chat or in the bushes that's pregnant by your husband and he had a wife before you, would you mind naming that child after his first wife? See, that's part of teaching your child how to date. Shit like this right here, if she was taught how to date and what to look for and discernment in people and to watch the signs of manipulation and what it means to love some man or love some woman and how they love you, if we taught that shit, when we see stuff like this, that man obviously still love his dead wife, and he probably try to act like that's her in his sick head, in my opinion. May she rest in peace. They kind of iPhones, computers. We had simple stuff. Wasn't no phones for us kids. Kids are entitled. Oh, yeah. The social media alone ain't naming my baby after no other woman living or dead. Oh, Deanna, you a mess. Okay, I would have cussed his ass out from the rooter to the tutor and the mama and everybody. Yeah, that's all the way out. That's all the way dead. Don't it seem like he still love that wife? And if he's doing stuff like that, ain't no way he ain't making love to his new wife and thinking that that's his old wife. He pretended. He is really pretending to get through his days. He's so heartbroken, he need counseling. He ain't over that. That's been 8 years and he's saying that? Oh, baby, I'd be scared of him. I would be straight up scared of him. Okay, I had one more question. Yeah, that's way disrespectful. I had one more question I had typed down, y'all. Let me see what did I type. Okay, I did that. Oh, okay, I know what it was. One more question, y'all. Then we gonna get out of here. There's only 9 people in here now. Everybody done left. How do y'all feel about intimacy before marriage? Knowing what you know now, would you have waited back then, or do you regret it? Do you, even if you don't regret it, do you think that intimacy before marriage is bad? Depending on your beliefs, religious, spiritual beliefs, or whatever, or experience, how do y'all feel about that? Intimacy before marriage. Is that a yay or a nay? Especially knowing what you know now. And maybe when you was doing it as a younger woman, you wasn't a Christian or you wasn't a believer. You know, if that's the case, maybe y'all not. I'm just saying. So the things that we did when we were younger totally go against probably what we think now, because we're older women and men with different mindsets. And some of us still got the same mindset. Say he do and not mad at him, but to ask the next woman to name her baby. But that's his wife too. He wrong for even marrying that woman. It ain't like that's just his girlfriend. He married this woman probably because she remind him of that other woman. He probably didn't realize he was this hurt and it just caught him. But now, And she's second guessing herself, talking about that maybe she wrong. Girl, bye. Well, I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all go ahead and type in the chat. Hit the like button, share the live. I appreciate y'all being here. We've been here for over an hour. That's always the goal. I need to know what he's working with. I'm a Christian and a believer, but I have good sense. But what if it ain't good no more? You ever thought about that, Deanna? You just because you do something with somebody and the first time, second time, 15th time, it's good. Eventually, it's not going to be good no more. You're not going to care about it like that no more. So, you know what I'm saying? Or they can have an accident and can't do it no more. So, like, I think a deal breaker would be if he can't get hard. Not that I don't necessarily like it or it's awkward, because every time you get with somebody new, in my experience, it's awkward. But it takes getting to know each other more better and being more comfortable around each other and knowing the likes and just don't care about, you know what I'm saying, the little small things about each other. And it's going to come naturally. It shouldn't have to be no magic spell. But if a man can't even get it up and he don't tell you, child, he need his ass whooped. But his wife there, he had no control over that. It's okay for him to move on, but he's going too far. Yeah, he went too far. People shouldn't move on when they still stuck like that. He's stuck way deeper than somebody who just lost their ex-wife and they think about it from time. You know what I'm saying? And they pay homage to them on their birthday and they go visit the grave, but they moved on. They really moved on. You can still move on while paying homage to your ex-husband, you know what I'm saying, or your ex-baby daddy, because he was a real one. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I always, show love and think about and do posts and stuff and go to their page, show love for my ex or whatever who passed away. But I ain't in no whole marriage with somebody. And you know what I'm saying? You're right, he went too far. But if I was still stuck on somebody, like I was just loving them so much I couldn't get over them, and all I think about is them to the point where I want to name my son after them. I'm pregnant. I want to name my daughter after them. I know I ain't got no business in no new relationship. Not till I get that counseling. I'm going to need some counseling, maybe some meds, shit. Maybe I need to pop a couple of them pills. Get my mind right or something. I don't know, bunch of prayer. Intervention. I don't know. Deanna said it's a difference if he gets sick and he can't do it. But I need to know before we get married, so I'm trying it out. Oh, I ain't mad at you, girl. I ain't mad at you, shit. I know somebody, her niece married this man. I mean, the dating game relationship was good. I mean, he was a perfect gentleman, good job, all that shit. And she always kind of wondered, if I'm not mistaken, that, like why he ain't really push up on it. He make it seem like he wants to just wait, you know what I'm saying? And then when she got married to him, she found out a couple months later that, it wasn't working with her. He couldn't do nothing. He could not do nothing. And I believe they got the marriage, if I'm not mistaken. Men, stop lying. Stop acting like you don't know you got a problem down there. And then you get with somebody, you want to act like, oh, I'm just having a hard time. Do this to it. Do that to it. You just got to do this. You just know your shit don't work. Tell a woman, let her decide she still want to work with you on that and get some therapy and some Viagra or whatever the men do. Don't just be acting like you normal down there and like, oh, like you shocked. Oh, shit, I ain't know. Ooh, oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Hey, Nikki. What's going on, lady? How you doing on this Wednesday? We just having a good old conversation. Girl, catch the replay, girl. We talked about some stuff because I'm about to get up out of here. Everybody leaving anyway. Looked like it's dwindling down a little bit. I was trying to wait and see if Pepper was coming back because she wanted to see if the young lady that was over there. I feel bad for her. Man, people are so cruel. That's probably the only outlet she got. She wants somebody to make her feel better, to make her know it's going to be okay. And they all over there dogging her. That damn TikTok ain't nothing nice, y'all. Them folks over there are reckless. Ooh, how many of y'all be over there on TikTok and see how they be? Ooh, they way worse than YouTube. YouTube trolls ain't got shit on TikTok trolls. Baby, unless they over there too. They part of the crew over there. They might be part of it. But these trolls over here weak. You hate TikTok, Peachy? I love TikTok. They something serious over there, baby. Whoo, Charlie. And I'll be fine right back at them. The couple of times I had one, I ain't never really had to deal with it like that. Thank God. I deal with it more over here than I do over there. And I've been over there way more. I got 22K followers over there. I don't fool with TikTok. They ruthless. Oh, child. They from another breed, baby. I don't know what the day is over there, boy. I go over there because I like the information, the news, topics, the trending sounds. You're going to learn the trending dances, all the new sounds. You just bring it over here, you know what I'm saying? And save your video before you post it so you don't have that logo on it. Make sure y'all saving y'all video to y'all phone if you are on TikTok. If you make a TikTok, do not post it and then bring it over here. Save it to your phone without the logo. And then bring it over here. If you want to be a content creator, that is. They tried to shut me down because of Peach McIntyre. I got my content restored. Oh, yeah, they always going to try. All you got to do is appeal it. Yeah, because it be, it be over there, heavy over there sometimes. I really ignore them because I feel like this. Once I state what I say, I made the video. I already said what it is. I already said I feel like she a piece of, you know what, whatever I'm talking about. If I'm laughing about it, I thought that was funny when she said this, but this part, I'm going to say it, and that's that. Ain't no going back. I already fucking said what I said. So why the fuck am I going back with some children on top of that? Some nitwits, some lame brains. Girl, I believe you, girl. I already know how they do. Oh, shit. You say, can you have the YouTube logo when you post on TikTok? I don't think YouTube got a logo. I ain't never seen a YouTube logo. Wait a minute. Let me go back. You right. Yes, you can. But they changed the community guidelines so much. I will read the guidelines now. Because when I was monetized, I'm almost sure when you monetize, they might say no. But as long as you're not monetized, you can post as much as you want. They changed their guidelines so much. I don't like TikTok when it comes to monetization. I like TikTok when it comes to information and entertainment. But they monetization, the way they treat people of color too, and how they don't push the algorithm, you know what I'm saying? They only let certain people look at the camera and blow a kiss and they got 1 million fucking views. But me, I can pop lock, I can make a cake in the rain and it turned out perfect and they still won't give me no views. I can pull Jesus out the sky and show him and everybody will know for a fact that's Jesus and still won't give me no views. Oh, they don't like me over there. They don't like me. They don't fucking like me. They don't like me. Yeah, real life. That damn TikTok something else. And I believe they probably sold out to America. They changing stuff. They ain't changing for nothing. They just ain't telling us. You say, I really just post a couple of shorts hoping they will follow me over here. Yeah, it's hard to get them to follow you over. You can put the link in your bio and they still won't come. A couple have, though. I ain't going to lie. A couple of them have followed me from over there, but not for the 22K I got. I got 3 pages over there. I barely post on all of it the same amount. The one with the 22K followers, I go on that page when I want to do a duet with Marie Bussin' Moves or the fellas I always like to do dances with. And then I go to my brand new page just to post content for here because I don't really plan on nobody over there seeing it. But I'll make it over there. And sometimes I'll keep it up, but most times I'll take it down and put it over here. And then my page with the 2,000 followers, I'll post content and maybe I can get my 10K followers and maybe I'll get monetized. But it seems like they doing all my pages dirty. I think they know you all connected from the, especially from the IP addresses. If you use the same phone, that's a different account. Yeah, they ain't never showed me. No, I'm surprised I even got to the 22K followers. At this point, I should have had 100,000 followers. That's how long I've been on TikTok. If I started in October 2021 and I reached 10K within 3 or 4 months, ain't no reason for me to be almost 5 years later, only 22K. Because the more people come following, the more they push them away and like drop them off, and it be like bots and shit. And they just, it's like a revolving door, just like when they hire and fire at a job over and over. The more people I get to subscribe, to follow me on TikTok, the more people just be dropping off. They like have their page banned. They be bots. So I can never grow the channel no more past 22K followers. I mean, it's 22 something. I don't know what the other number is. Hello, all who came in. Y'all hit the like button, share the live for me, y'all. Y'all can catch the replay. Oh, hey, Goddess. I didn't even see you up there. Got to scroll up. How you doing, lady? So good to see you. So good to see all y'all. I appreciate y'all coming to my live streams. Y'all, if it weren't for y'all, my live stream wouldn't be popping at all, baby. I appreciate the engagement, answering my questions and stuff like that, you know. Because I truly, honestly want to know what y'all think. I don't just be asking for the hell of it. I really want to know. I want to see just how weird I am. You know, I want to see like, damn, you still so old-fashioned. You this, you that. Catch up with the times. Roxy, I got my buzz ball. Oh, child, I need one of them, child, right about now. I ain't got nothing. You hear me? I ain't got no wine. I ain't got no beer. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. What flavor you got, girl? He said, hey, I'm good. Good to hear your voice. Yeah, my voice is back, y'all. Y'all notice I ain't been scratching like that? Yay! Yay! You make me want a buzz ball. They be all colorful and pretty. What's y'all favorite drink? Everybody type in the chat what y'all drink. You like wine, beer, whiskey? What's your favorite drink? Remy, Jameson, tequila. Yeah, I sound much better. You say, I can hang with y'all in real life. We think alike. Yes, I love y'all. Yep. Deneen, Deanna, Real Life, Nikki, Peachy King, Goddess. Who else up in here? Who else up in here? A lot of people left, y'all. I don't know if it's Yo-Yo live or Mo. Let me see who else live. I'll go over there and watch them. While I'm watching my Chicago Fire. Turn down this thing. I don't see Mo live. Let me see if Entertainment You Love live. Oh, no, she not live either. Not yet. She probably be here in a minute. But yeah, I gotta go. I be trying to go live at least every other day. Whether I got something special to talk about or not, just to chop it up. And I appreciate y'all. You said agree, need to know when I'm working with sex is an important element in a relationship. Hey, the Pixar. I guess, you know what, y'all? Now that y'all say that I read your comment, Peach, and you said sex is important. It just ain't important to me. You know what? I might sound like a crazy person, but you know why I can say that now? Even when I was young, it wasn't important to me. Like that, on that level, because I always took charge. I wanted to run and control shit. I wasn't waiting on nobody to, like, I wasn't even thinking about that man, like, oh, it's going to be good. He going to be, you know what I'm saying? I never thought about it. It was just me doing what I was going to do because I was trying to reach a goal to get what I was trying to get so I could feel how I want to feel. And that was that. So I never thought of men in that way to, like, make me feel good, or I don't like it with him, or I ain't, what if I don't like it with him? That never crossed my mind because I was the one, I'm going to get mine. Put it like that. Whatever I got to do, I'm going to get mine. And if he don't get his before I get mine, he shit out of luck. Y'all know what I'm trying to say? Oh, you say, well, I ain't got no wine to beer. I ain't got no funds. Coins is low. I had to use my money to buy food. You know how you got to do one or the other? I ain't finna buy no wine and beer and we ain't got no food. I had to buy food. I'm trickling it off day by day. Yeah, and you already know why. You already know. Deneen, I think it's 10. Yes, I can't get off. I'm not into you. What you mean into you? Like you don't like the way he look or something? You know what I'm saying? That's a very good. I think we're gonna talk about that next week, y'all. We can talk about it a little bit now, but it's like, of course, in the door, the man like the woman like the man. You attracted to the way each other look. You know what I'm saying? But as far as doing that, if he working with something, it ain't up to him to make you feel nothing. You got to do what you got to do on that thing, and he gonna do what he got to do on with you, and it works together, cause both parties are doing what they supposed to do in order to make something pop. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't for the lady. Not saying that's what you doing or what y'all doing, but a lot of women think that they just supposed to be pleased. And it's a two-way thing. You doing what you got to do to get it. I'm going to do what I got to do to get it. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on, Joe. If you can keep it up for 10 minutes. Check yourself, Foxy. Oh, thank you, Peachy. Thank you so much. I thought Rox was rich. Rox had about 50 bottles of wine in there. Luxury, you play too much. Them bottles done dwindled down. I had like 2 bottles and I gave Tony one. I felt sorry because he ain't had nothing at the time. He had to wait a couple of days, and I gave him one of my. I gave him the red wine and I kept the white wine. I just finished that like day for yesterday. I sure appreciate it, girl. I don't care if he working or not. I gotta be attracted to you. Yeah. But what if he fine? I done had some fine looking men that just really wasn't working with nothing because he didn't have it in there. That'll be the problem for me if he just didn't, if it was too little. But if he had something, I can work with that. I prefer it that way because I don't want nobody ramrodding car on my ass like a pipe. You know what I'm saying? Just tearing me off and shit. And I can't walk. I don't like that. I just want it to be big enough and do what they got to do because it's normal to be that way as a man. But I don't want nothing extra large and it's just, you just trying to just tear your ass up. Just do normal stuff that normal people do because I'm going to do mine. And if you, shit, I be trying to warn you, better hurry up, boy. You better hurry up because you're going to be fucked up. I'm about to go. I ain't got time for that. Shit, I ain't got time for that. Uterus all lopsided, right? I'm not, no, baby. Baby. Shit, I ain't got one now. Since I had my surgery, they took everything out, baby. Everything is gone. You hear me? Everything is gone. They took it all, baby. That's why you have to see what he working with beforehand. Right. Send me a picture, man. Send me a picture. And not your boy's picture. Send me a picture. No, I'm just playing. Y'all know I'm out the game. But I'm just talking about in terms of when I was, 90s, early 2000s, We young women, young men, we do what we do. We know how grown folks do. We ain't got to say everything. This ain't the roster show. If he ain't got his right Oreo cream out, he be mad at you because you got yours off and he ain't eat shit. He better concentrate. Hush up, sis, in my roster. Oh, shit. See, this is how you have we ain't going to be talking about all, you ain't gonna put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. And you can lick it, you can taste it. I'm talking every drip, drop, don't waste it. Y'all remember that song? That came out in the 90s. That was a vulgar song. I thought my neck, my back was vulgar. I think that was vulgar too. I'm so glad I'm out the game. Y'all can have it. Congratulations. I passed the torch to my younger women, my little sisters, my cousins. You know what I'm saying? My sisters, my family. Y'all go do that shit. I'm here for y'all. If y'all ever want to talk about it, tell me some stories, send me some pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? I be that person. Okay? I'll send y'all some pictures too, baby. It might blow your mind, baby. He said, I've been out the game for 10 years, but it wouldn't be nothing to jump back in like I never left. Right, for one night. Only for one night. In my Luther voice. He said, my brother was in the delivery room when my niece was born. He said, men be thinking they're tearing it up. He said, we ain't doing nothing. He seen that baby come out. He like, shit, we been fooling ourselves. Right. Don't feel bad. Yes, love that song, okay? I didn't get up and do content today. I just posted what I had. But tomorrow I'm going to get up. I'm going to be motivated and, get myself together. I might even put on a little makeup tomorrow. I might even put a little makeup on. Shit, tomorrow come, I'll be like, I'm lying. I'm throwing this damn lip gloss. I'm put on this Vaseline on my lips and call it a day. You just got to go by the way you feel sometimes. You say you wrong, you right. That's old Thomas Carvo. Oh, my goodness. I love talking to y'all. Y'all is too much. Too funny. I sure appreciate y'all being here. Anybody else in this chat going live? Any of my sisters going live? Because I could come right on over there. Yes, I can. We can continue this conversation on your platform. If a man talking 20 minutes to get his white cream, is something wrong there, right? He ain't got 20 minutes with me. He'd be lucky if he got 10. Because I'm already mentally there. See, I don't let no man touch me unless I'm ready. You ain't finna get me ready. Shit, I'm already ready. That's why I came, right? I'm not doing all that. That's too much. That's too much work, We know what we here for. Unless it's some old, I didn't know I was going to see you today. Oh, give me a hug. Things happen, You want to come up for a minute, But we know we finna get together. We can plan this. I'm making steaks and shit. Or we going out for dinner. You my guy. We kicks it hard. We already know. So be ready mentally, girl. I'm feeling tipsy. No laugh for me. I feel you. Yeah, girl. What's inside that ball, girl? You got you tipsy. What's inside of? How much alcohol in it? How much alcohol in that thing? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. If anybody just came in, could y'all please catch the replay? It's only like a little over an hour long. Go just rewind, hit the like button, share the live, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 10K. Help me get to 10K. Hey. The more y'all comment, like, and all that stuff that motivates me to want to do more stuff. Don't be afraid to ask me to actually create a dance off of your favorite song. I do that sometime. I'm going to make a post, and so I'll be doing that all day tomorrow. So if anybody wants to have me create my own little version of my own dance to their favorite song, go on the community post in about 5-10 minutes and put your favorite song underneath that post, and then I will create it. Give me 24 hours to create it from tomorrow. Of course, I ain't doing shit tonight. It's a wrap. It's 7:44. I'm about to watch some TV. Have a good night, everyone. I don't know, but they get me right. Then you a mess. Oh, shit. So I'm finna go make that. You got 15 minutes down since it's on 8:45. Yep. I'm about to go watch my shows after I make this post. I'm finna make this post, y'all. So y'all go over there. And don't forget my Walmart and my Amazon was over there too. That link, you can just scroll down. If you want me to email it to you, let me know. I'll just email it. That way you already got it. You ain't got to be scrolling for it when the time comes. You know what I mean? Zelle, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker. Just like and share and comment. That's you talking about support, baby. That's one of the top tier ways. Like, comment, support, and subscribe. Especially on the regular. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Mwah. I'll see y'all tomorrow.